Joining us now is Morton Klein, National President of ZOA. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. It's great to be in the holy Jewish city of Yerushalayim.
You're here in Jerusalem, and it's your first time visiting since October 7th.
It's my first time since October 7th, yes. Although I'm coming back next month, I'm bringing a delegation of 10 members of Congress and a senator, and I'm coming back in June for our ZOA mission.
So tell us, please, about your feelings really coming here during these challenging days.
We all feel the nightmare of what happened. None of us understand how this could not have been stopped and realize that they were training. None of us understand why it took 8 hours for people to show up. So we're all devastated by this. Thank God the IDF is here now, doing everything they can to ensure that Hamas or terrorist groups like this can never do it again. This is not revenge. By the way, I'm not opposed to revenge. This is primarily to ensure that people can live in southern Israel and northern Israel and not make the state even smaller than it is, having large areas of Israel where no one will want to live. So this is critically important. This is a very important war against an evil Arab, Islamic, Nazi, terrorist regime of Hamas.
Now, how do you see the American policy towards Israel? You know, many felt that Biden supported Israel 100% at the beginning, but is now pressuring Israel to stop the war and even establish a Palestinian state.
That's a very valid point. I've known Joe Biden for at least 25 years. He actually was my keynote speaker at one of my dinners. I've lobbied him in his office many, many times. One of my board members used to be one of his major donors. Biden has never been a great friend of Israel. He famously had a hearing with Menachem Begin, I think 1982, where he threatened Begin and said, if you keep building in Judea and Samaria, I'm going to work to cut off aid. 1982. And Begin made a fabulous speech. You know, I'm a proud Jew. We've been here for 3,500 years. You don't threaten me. We appreciate your aid, but we're not going to stop doing what's best for our people in our country because of your threats. And he just shut up. In addition, people don't understand how problematic he's been. Almost everyone that Biden has appointed to posts that affect Israel are people hostile to Israel. Everyone. The Mahir Bitar, the head of national intelligence, is a guy who had conferences each year at Georgetown University called How to Demonize Israel. The liaison to Israel is a man who has publicly supported BDS. He appointed Robert Malley, who's now been fired, to be the liaison to Iran. Robert Malley is an overt friend of Iran and friend of Hamas. And now, lately, he's now had sanctions on 4 Israelis. They weren't even tried yet. What country puts sanctions on civilians before they've even been tried? It's not America's business. It's Israel's business to bring these people to justice if they committed a crime. And also, and people don't know this, he has publicly praised the 2 most anti-Semitic members of Congress, Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. He has publicly praised them for their passion, for their commitment to human rights and justice. It's just awful. Even in that speech that people are so happy about when he came here, the second paragraph in the speech, he demanded a Palestinian state. In the midst of this nightmare, he now wants to set up a state endangering Israel even further. When a mini state in Gaza has become so dangerous, he wants a larger state in Judea and Samaria and Gaza. So this shows he is not a friend of Israel, and he is really appointed and doing the policies of Obama. Remember, he worked with Obama for 8 years. He's his friend. Obama promised him, I'll endorse you if you promote the agenda I want. So this is all Obama. And how about Iran? The biggest danger to Israel is Iran. He's given Iran $16 billion, and he's ignored all the sanctions on Iran that Trump put in, meaning Iran was on its back. Now Iran has gone from $4 billion in reserves to $100 billion in reserves, which enabled them to fund Hamas and Hezbollah, Islamic Jihad, and other groups. They wouldn't have been able to do this nightmare if it wasn't for the monies that they derived because of Biden's policies. We have to understand this man has been really, really, really bad for Israel.
Should Israel, the government of Israel, confront the Biden administration?
I'll tell you, almost every Knesset member and official that we've met has profusely praised Biden. Not And by the way, we're not asking the question. They're just offering how great he is. There's no one greater. They're not saying he's been a friend. They go to extremes how fabulous he's been. I think this is because they feel if they say that, maybe he'll be less hostile. I feel that that's what they're doing. I can't believe they don't understand what kind of problem Biden has been. I didn't mention another thing. Now the products made in Judea and Samaria, which used to say made in Israel, he now wants them to say made in occupied territories. So I mean, yes, the Israelis, I'm an American citizen, the Israelis should be respectful but express concern about these policies. If he sees that he gets away with hostile policies to Israel and he's praised, he won't change. If he sees that there may be a consequence where Israel is expressing public concern, meaning he might harm pro-Israel votes in America, and there's large numbers of pro-Israel votes, he may change. Israel is not acting the way they should be acting. I want people to understand, when they are giving money to Iran, ignoring sanctions, it's not to appease Iran. Nobody's that stupid to think that they can appease these mullahs with money who are fanatical Islamists who want to destroy Israel and America. This is being done, and I'm sorry to say it, to strengthen Iran intentionally. It is not appeasement.
And how do you think that the Jews of America feel about this?
Well, I'll tell you, there was just a poll in New York this week. It showed Trump, among the Jews, outpolling Biden 53 to 44. It's unbelievable because the Jews vote 85% Democrat. So I think the Jews are starting to understand that Biden is a problem.
Okay, Morton Klein, National President of ZOA, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your holy work of bringing the truth to the public about the Arab-Islamic war against Israel.